Hello and welcome to another video session of geekvale. We're going to talk about absolute and absolute equations. Alright, let's look into that. The absolute symbol or the absolute function is represented by these two lines. So take a mental picture of these two lines because that's what's going to be very helpful throughout the topic. The absolute represents the distance of certain positions or position from a specific point. For example, if I say the positions or the position which is or which are 3 units from origin, let's just say that I'm supposed to locate the position or the positions which are 3 units from the origin. So let's draw the real line. Let's talk about the real line only. I'm not going to talk about the xy axis. Let's just stick to the one axis for now. Okay, so it could be 1 2 3 1 2 3, and I will say that this location over here plus 3 is 3 units from the origin. But wait, it could be position or positions. The absolute could represent position or positions which could be 3 units from the origin. So could there be any other position which is the same distance from the origin? I think there might be. Let's see, -1, -2, we have a winner. -3, alright, the gap is a bit more, but the thing is, what matters is that it's also 3 units from the origin. Wait a second, what just happened? We got 2 positions which are equidistant. Remember that word, equidistant. From what? This 0. This 0 is like a central point. The 2 positions which are equidistant from a center point. And that's what our absolute represents. So we can say, we can write down the absolute in this way: x, the unknown position or positions, take away the center point, and how much distance are we looking for, equals to the distance. That's how you can easily write down any absolute equation and any absolute inequality as well. We're going to work on that later in a separate lecture. For now, I'm only going to work with the absolute equations. Okay, so here, as you can see, my task was to locate the positions which are 3 units from the origin. So I have the position of the center point, I have the location of the center point, I know that it's going to be origin, I know the distance, I didn't know the positions. So this is the general representation, which you can say, the general representation of how I'm going to write down the absolute equation for that. Now wait, there is one more thing missing. There is +3 and -3. So one line for the +3 and one line for the -3. This is like a simple method. It's not a mathematical or technical concept. Just for simplicity, I'm saying that you can just work with that. Alright, so I can say x take away 0 absolute equals to 3. Alright, and further we can just write it down as x absolute equals to 3. X represents the 2 positions which are 3 units from this central point, origin. Since the central point is origin, 0, there's no need to even mention that. If there is anything other than 0, you can mention it. To figure out what your central point is, you just need to represent your expression, your absolute equation like that: x take away central point. For example, if it's written something like that, x plus 4 absolute equals to 3, that means, would that mean the positions which are 3 units from 4? Wrong. You have to first represent it like that: x take away central point. So this is an equivalent of that. You can represent x plus 4 in the minus form or the x take away center form like that. So what you get in here when you can represent it like that, the x take away the center point, this is what gives you the center point. This means the two positions which are 3 units from -4. Alright, so far we got how to express a word form, a word sentence into a meaningful absolute equation, and how we can easily locate the center point of a given absolute equation. Okay, for now we're going to pause it over here. There is a separate lecture on how to solve the absolute equation. For example, when you've been given the center point and you want to find out the positions which are that many units from the center point, then how to solve that absolute equations to find those positions. Also plotting, how to plot the absolute equations. We're going to work on that in a separate lecture. Let us know in the comment section if you get confused with anything. I would very much appreciate your feedback. Please subscribe my channel, like us on Facebook, and you can always visit our website for more details. Thank you.